So yesterday we have discussed about the paging and the segmentation concept. Today we are going to solve some logical to physical address mapping examples. One or two examples we will discuss, and then we will move to the virtual memory management. Okay. So the problem can be asked in the examination or numerical will be, or in Viva examinations also. Some addressing will be given, segment table will be given, and it will be asked to calculate the physical address for the segment, or it may be asked whether page fault is there or physical address will be formed by the MMU or not. This type of the questions will be asked. Okay. Yesterday we have already discussed about how the mapping will be done by the MMU, that is memory management unit, from logical address to the physical address. And we also know that logical address, which is generated by the CPU is always deals with the logical addresses, right? So it simply logical address means it will simply have the page number, and the second part will be the page size. So how much size of that page CPU wants to read, that will be conveyed by the CPU. That is it's a logical address. Okay. Now that page information, whatever the requirement of CPU is there in the logical address, that page we are going to map from the RAM. Okay. So in RAM we have frames, and now from those frames we have to find out whether the required page is available in the frame or not, in the RAM or not. Okay. So based upon that, the examples will be asked like this. The question given here is, on a system using simple segmentation, compute the physical address for each of the following logical address. If address generates a segment fault, then indicate so. मतलब अगर कोई केस ऐसा भी होगा जहां पे सेगमेंट फॉल्ट आ सकता है, that means that particular asked segment by the CPU is not available in the RAM, then we have to mention accordingly. Okay, so given data is, the segments are given, the base is given, and the length for that segment is given. Now these are the segment, total 4 segments are there. Now what is this base? Base is nothing but the starting address, the initial address of that segment, from where, from which memory location that segment has been started. Okay, that is the base. And the length of that segment means total up to which memory location that particular segment is available. मतलब starting 330 है ना, plus 124 करेंगे तो उतना total यहाँ से यहाँ तक का क्या है, हमारा टोटल सेगमेंट 0 है. सेम फॉर द सेगमेंट 1, 876 से स्टार्ट है और टोटल 125 उसकी साइज है. दैट मींस 876 प्लस 125 करेंगे तो उसका एंड हमें मिल जाएगा. राइट. नाउ द क्वेश्चन गिवन हियर इज टोटल 5 logical addresses are given. These are the logical addresses which are generated by the CPU. Okay, that means consider this first example. How we are going to find this? First, always remember, whenever it is asked to convert, MMU क्या करता है, memory management unit, what it does exactly? First, it will check the requirement which is asked by the CPU. It will check whether this segment is available in the table or not, in the RAM or not. And वो information हमें कहाँ से मिलती है? From where the memory management it is going to check? From the segment table. This is the segment table, right? This is the segment table, and these are the segment of one page or one process. Sorry. Now, in this case, the MMU is first of all going to check this 0 segment or any, this first section is always the segment name, right? वो segment number कौन सा है वो पूछा गया है. So it is going to check whether the segment is available or not. If it is available, then now what we have to check, whether the offset is less than the limit or not. This length will be working as a limit, क्योंकि यहाँ से यहाँ तक का है ना. Now we have to offset, मतलब कौन सा होता है? We know कि ये logical address है. ठीक है, ये logical address होता है जिसमें पहला partition होता है आपका segment number. This is the segment number, and this partition is called as the segment offset, right? This is logical address. And in physical address, there are also two partitions. The first partition is called as the frame number, and the second partition is also called as offset. Okay. Now here, the given is 0, 99, right? So we are going to first of all check whether this segment, this zero segment is available. Yes, this is the segment table which is already given. So we are going to check whether the zero segment is present or not. Yes, it is present. Okay, now we have to check whether the offset is less than the limit or not. Okay, whether the offset is less than the limit. मतलब जो भी required है CPU को, वो उसके total इसका 124 size है ना, तो उससे कम या तो equals to होना चाहिए. This we have already discussed in the last session, right? कि offset should be less than the length, and then only that particular segment will or that physical address conversion होगा, and then उसके बाद वो provide किया जाएगा CPU को. This we have already discussed yesterday. Now the next, first, whether segment is available. I will write this for the first, this first option, whether the segment is available. Zero, available. Right? Now, second, we are going to check whether the offset is less than the limit. Limit मतलब उसका क्या आएगा? Length. Offset is less than the limit or not. Now here offset given is, this is the offset which is given by the CPU logical address में, right? 99. Less than, what is the length of the segment? Limit क्या है? 124. This condition becomes true. अगर ये condition true है, if the offset is less than the limit, then we can calculate, physical address. Okay, then we calculate the physical address. Now, how we calculate the physical address? Physical address is equals to base plus offset. Okay, base plus offset. Now, what is base here? Here base is, this is base for the zero segment is 330. Initial address जहां से start हो रहा है, ठीक है? और offset, offset कितना पूछा गया है? 99, right? So 330 plus 99, 924. So this will be the physical address. Okay, this will be the physical address. In this way, we are going to calculate for the remaining one also. Let me tell you for the one more. I will solve this first example, then I will give you one more to solve. The second given is 278. What we are going to check first, whether the second segment is available in the segment table or not. Yes, it is available. So now we will go for the next step. What we have to check? Now we have to check whether the offset is less than the limit. What is the limit for this offset? It is 99. Right? Iska limit kya hai? Length kya hai? 99. So yes, it is true. If it is true, then we are going to calculate the physical address, and physical address will be your base plus offset. Right? Base kya hai iska? 111 plus your offset, that is 78. Right? So what will be the answer? 111 plus 78 will be, yes, 189, right? This will be the physical address. Now, the third one, 1268. Sorry, 1268. Now we have to search whether the one segment is available. Yes, it is available. Now we are going to check whether the offset is less than the limit or not. The limit for this first segment is 125. So 268 is less than 125. condition becomes false, right? So if it is false, that means we cannot convert this address logical to physical, and we cannot provide that particular segment to the CPU. Okay, so this condition is called as the segment fault. Okay, यहाँ पे पूछा है ना, generates following the logical address. If address generates a segment fault, then indicates so. So here the address is generating the segment fault. You have to mention that. Okay, now the fourth one is 3 to 22. 3, yes, the segment is available. Okay, segment is available. Segment present in segment table. Okay, so now we have to check whether the offset is less than the limit. Okay, offset हमारा कितना है 222. Limit क्या है for this third segment 302. Condition is true, so we can calculate now physical address. Your physical address is equals to base plus offset. Okay, base plus offset. Now for this 3, what is the base address? 498 plus offset is, this is offset, 222. Okay. This will be your physical address. Now the last one, fifth one, 0, 1, 1, 1. Now we have to check whether the 0 segment is present. Yes, it is available. Sometimes it's possible कि asked segment is also not available in this segment table. So in that case also you have to mention segment is not available in the segment table. So segment fault will occur. Okay. So 0 segment available, segment present in segment table. Now we have to check offset is less than limit. My offset is 111 and the limit for this is 124. Condition true, so we can calculate by base plus offset. What is my base for this? 330 plus offset क्या है इसका? 111. Okay, so 144. So this will be the physical address. This is the physical address. Clear है? Simple है? This is how we calculate, how we convert our MMU. When we are saying your memory management unit is actually converting or actually performing the memory mapping. This is also called as memory mapping technique. Okay, how we map that? The way we have calculated this. Okay, now write down this next example and solve. Let me know the answer. Consider the following segment table. Segment table is given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The base address is 219, 2300, 1327, 1952 and 2000. The length given is 600, 14, 580, 9600. Logical address is given 0, 430, 110, 2500, 3, 4000, 4, 112, 6, 250. 6 logical addresses are given. Let me know the answer. What we are going to check first? Yes. In this, what we are going to check first? Anyone? Somesh?
Segment is present or not?
Yes, correct. The segment is present or not, that we are going to check. So this is the 0 segment which is already available. Okay, so 0 segment is present. Fine. इसके बाद क्या देखेंगे बेटा? बताओ, इसने बताया आंसर अभी.
If offset is within the limits.
Yes, whether the offset is within the limit or not, smaller than or equals to limit or not. Okay. So इसका ऑफसेट क्या है 430 लेस देन द लिमिट क्या है 600. So this is true. Fine. Condition check किया. Then what is next?
Find the physical address.
Yes. Now we have to find out the physical address. How we are going to calculate that?
Base plus offset.
Base
Yes,
plus offset.
Yes, base plus offset. Very good. Now base for this is 219 plus offset given is 430. That is 946. This is your physical address. Okay. So at this location in the RAM, the MMU will find this particular required segment data. So वो वहां से swap out करके CPU को fetch करके दिया जाएगा. ठीक है. So in this way calculate further things. The second one directly मुझे आंसर बताओ. 110. Segment
2310.
2310.
Correct. 500. 500.
One 1827.
1827. Okay. Next given is 4000.
Segment fault.
Yes. Here third segment is available in the segment table, but this condition offset less than limit. The offset given is 4000 and the limit here available is the 96. So we can say there is a segment fault. Okay. Now, next 4112.
Segment fault.
Segment fault. Again, the segment is available, the 4 segment is available, but the condition 112 is not less than the limit, that is 100. So we can say here there is a segment fault. Correct. Last one. No.
Segment fault.
6 and 250. Huh. What did you say? Segment fault.
Segment fault.
Yes. Why? Because the very first what we check whether the segment is available in the segment table or not. But the 6 segment is not present in the segment table. So there is a segment fault. Segment not present in segment table. So there is segment fault. Fine. So objective questions में या फिर आपके UT 2 में होगा है ना ये चैप्टर, तो तब that time it may possible कि for 2 marks or for 1 marks 2 calculation 2 logical addresses or 4 logical addresses will be given. You have to calculate the physical address for the same. Okay. So simple है. We will take this much example is enough, I guess. Then let us move ahead. The remaining students, Zenil, Parth, is it clear? सिर्फ 2 ही students answer दे रहे हैं. Shreya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hardika. Rakshit.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now the next point, which is again, we can say the very fundamental concept जो होते हैं उसमें से जो important point होता है, that is the virtual memory management. Virtual memory management. Now, what is happening in this? We already know the virtual memory concept, okay? Because बहुत सारे अभी तक के in some of the subject also you might have already studied this virtual memory. But with respect to the operating system, how the processes will be managed under this virtual memory, that we have to discuss, or what type of the problems can occur while handling that we have to discuss. Okay, so this is what the virtual memory is, something which provides the illusion to the programmer or to the user that our process is present into the RAM. Okay, what I'm saying, our virtual memory, it gives us the illusion that our entire process is available into the memory. Now, what is mean by this entire process is available in the memory? So even if our RAM size, suppose this is our RAM, and consider example के लिए मैं small size लेती हूँ. This is suppose 4 byte. Okay, our RAM is suppose 4 byte, and one of my process is of 16 byte. Okay, so even if my RAM memory is smaller than my process, okay, how can I entirely keep this process into my RAM? It is actually not possible, right? But we are doing that by using the concept of virtual memory. Whatever the required pages are there, currently executing जो processes होते हैं, बस pages होते हैं, only those pages we used to keep in the RAM. Okay, but while we are using that, जब user access कर रहा होता है to that process, user feels like my entire process is running in the background, right? Whatever I am working on, वो पूरा की पूरा process अभी वहां पे available है. That is the illusion, and that is the main feature of this virtual memory. Okay, it provides the illusion to the user. Fine. Now, the second most important thing is it increases the degree of multi-programming. From the very first lecture, we are discussing this degree of multi-programming should be greater. That means our CPU should be utilized in a proper way, या फिर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा utilization of the CPU should be done, right? And that is only possible when we have a number of processes running in the CPU. जितनी ज़्यादा हम processes execute करेंगे at the same time या frequently, then our CPU utilization will be more, right? And in that case, we can say there is degree of multi-programming which will be increasing. So this degree of multi-programming we can achieve by using the virtual memory management. Okay, now how we are managing that? How it actually happens? Suppose this question will be asked for 10 marks. Okay, virtual memory management, explain the virtual memory management, or it may possible कि short note में page fault और demand page demand या फिर demand paging जिसको कहते हैं, that question will be asked in the short note for 6 marks also. Okay, so suppose this is my RAM, primary memory. Here some of the portion is occupied by operating system. Okay, now here somewhere in the secondary memory, or simply I will say in the hard disk, I have some processes. Consider here I have my P1 process, this is my P2 process, this is my P3 process. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my P1, P2, and P3. This is the hard disk. Okay. Now what I'm saying, by using the virtual memory, some of the pages of this process we are putting up in this RAM. Entire process यहाँ पे लाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Only few pages which we exactly want to execute right now. Only those pages we are swapping out here in this main memory. And this is called as swap in. When we are keeping, or when we are retrieving, or when we are fetching out these pages into the RAM, this is called as the swap in. Suppose here I have यहाँ पे मान लो P0 पेज है of P1, ठीक है, यहाँ पे प्रोसेस P1, P0 of P1. Now here somewhere I have P1 of P2. This is page, page 0. Page 0, this is page 1. Page 1 of P2. Suppose this is page 2 of process P2. Page 2 of process P3. Page 2 of process P1. And consider these two frames are still blank, still empty. No any process has been fetched into this memory. Okay, so we are saying that instead of fetching all the pages in the main memory of this process, we are simply keeping few pages from this, जो अभी currently we want to execute. Okay, in this way we can keep, अभी यहाँ पे जैसे अगर 4 होता, हम सारे pages if we are fetching out in the RAM, then what will happen? Only P1 and P2, according to the size of, according to the frames availability in this RAM, only P1 and P2, इसमें ही 4 और 4, मतलब total 8 pages we can keep here, right? अगर OS को छोड़ा, OS को अगर छोड़ भी दे तो P2 फिर entirely आ ही नहीं पाएगा, उसका एक पेज बच जाएगा. So if we are not using the virtual memory, and if we are fetching all the pages from the process, then only few process we can keep in this main memory. Okay, but now by using the virtual memory, we are saying number of process, or here I have 3 processes, so I am keeping all these 3 processes into my main memory. Okay, so whenever CPU will ask for any process page, CPU will ask for any process page, वो क्या करेगा, एक logical address देगा. So MMU is going to check whether that particular page is available in this memory or not. If it is available, it will be directly converted into the physical address, and that particular page will be given out to the यहाँ पे अगर available है तो immediately उसको दिया जाएगा. ठीक है, if it is not available, suppose here I have a CPU, यहाँ पे क्या है, एक CPU है, and suppose in the CPU I have a P1 process. Fine. Now CPU, let me write this one and something here, suppose F4. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the page table of process P1. P1 P0 है. Okay. Page 2 है at 5. Fine, this is a page table, and we know that in page table there is an entry where these pages have been kept in the memory, at which frame that memory or that information available in this page table, right? So whenever, suppose now here P1 is asking for the page 1. Okay, क्या कर रहा है ये, इसको चाहिए page 1 of P1 process. So what will happen exactly after this? Now MMU is going to check into the page table. If it is available in the RAM, it will be provided. But now when we are checking out in this page table, whether this page is available here, there is no any entry available for this page 1, isn't it? Why it is not available? Because this page is currently not available in this RAM. अभी इस टाइम पे ये page 1 जो है इस RAM में नहीं है. So that is why this such type of the case is called as page fault. So ये एक problem occur हो सकता है, ठीक है? This type is called as the page fault. But what if the page fault will occur? Then what exactly your processor or the operating system is going to do? Now, when this page fault, whenever this particular process is going on, the CPU is asking and we are checking out, Till then, the controller of your system is available at the user side. Try to understand this all concept. What we are saying, suppose regular user है जो process run कर रहा है, and in that process CPU has asked for the P1 process का page 1. Fine. Till then, the system access is up to the user. User level, kernel level जो हमने पहले पढ़ा हुआ है, तो user level में ये सब कुछ execute हो रहा है. Now, when the MMU will identify the required page P1 is not available in this page table, that means information if it is not available in the page table, मतलब वो page इस RAM में अभी available नहीं है, so there is a page fault. The time when the page fault will occur, the control of the system will be passed to the OS, and वहां पे क्या occur हो जाता है, जब page fault होता है, then it is called as the trap. वहां पे एक trap होगा which will send the control of your system to the operating system. User level से अब क्या हो गया, operating system की तरफ उसका control आ गया. Fine. Now, when the control will be given to the operating system, the very first thing operating system is going to check whether this process जिसको CPU access कर रहा है and who wants the pages which are available in the secondary memory, whether that process is authenticated or not. ठीक है, वो checking किया जाएगा पहले authentication. If it is a valid user, then operating system what it is going to do, it is going to search into the secondary memory. Now CPU is asking for the page 1, right, of the process P1 which is available here, right? Now operating system is going to fetch that page from the secondary memory to the available space in the RAM. Now here we have the available space, 2 frames are available, right? So simply this is a simple case where we have available space, and now this page 1 will be placed here or here, depends. दो जगह available है. In non-contiguous memory allocation, we know that anywhere we can place any page or any segment, right? So here I'm paging, here I'm keeping the page 1 of P1. Okay. So once the operating system will fetch this page 1 of process P1 here in this RAM, this information we have to fetch immediately into the page table. Okay, ये सब काम कौन करेगा, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम ही कर रहा है. इसने ये fetch किया पेज को. Now here the entries will be updated. Why we are updating this entry? So that after this process, it may possible some another process या फिर next process क्या हो सकता है, ये पेज को डिमांड कर सकता है. So in that case we should have the details about that page, right? So here I have kept this page 1 of P1 at 6th frame. So this detail, ये page 1 है जो अभी update किया है in F6, right? So these details will be updated in the page table. Fine. Now after updating this, now operating system is going to give this control back to the user. ठीक है, अब यूजर को इसने दे दिया. Now the time when page fault occurred, जब इसका control OS के पास गया, ये सब occur हो रहा है, that time that process, that currently executing process has been stopped. Stop किया मतलब paused, not exactly stopped. That process execution has been stopped क्योंकि वहां पे जो required page था वो available नहीं है, तो वहां पे page fault हुआ. So that process has stopped its working, और वो क्या है, waiting room में चला जाता है, waiting queue में चला जाता है. So once that page is available, that process will be now moved to the ready queue. ठीक है, वो process immediately इधर execution start हुआ, ऐसा नहीं होता. That process has been kept into the waiting room. Once the page is available, it is updated in the page table. Then that process will be moved to the ready queue. We know the states of processes, right? Process state अच्छे से पढ़ना, उस पे भी UT में question होगा. Now, ready queue में आने के बाद, once the scheduler will schedule that P1 process again, जब उसका टाइम आएगा उस प्रोसेस का, इफ इट इज राउंड रॉबिन एल्गोरिदम और एनी FIFO है या जो भी है, जो भी एल्गोरिदम वहां पे वर्क कर रहा है, शेड्यूलिंग एल्गोरिदम, अकॉर्डिंगली when that scheduling algorithm is going to schedule that P1 process, that time this P1 will work under this CPU. Then again CPU will start or resume its execution where it is left previously. और उसका डिटेल्स उसको कहां से मिलेगा कि लास्ट टाइम मैंने कहां तक किया था, फ्रॉम द PCB. व्हाट इज PCB? प्रोसेस कंट्रोल ब्लॉक, वेयर ऑल द डिटेल्स ऑफ दैट प्रोसेस इज अवेलेबल. हर एक प्रोसेस का अपना अपना PCB होता है, फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव लेफ्ट द एग्जीक्यूशन लास्ट टाइम, वेयर फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव टू रिज्यूम, what are the intermediate results which we have calculated last time, वो भी सब रजिस्टर में सेव होते हैं. that is the PCB. Priority, everything is present in this PCB, right? So from that, P1 is going to identify, CPU is going to identify at which location I have resumed, I have paused last time. So वहां से ही exactly उसका execution start होगा, right? So once the execution will start, now CPU is searching for the P1 page of the process P1. So it will check the entry again into the page table. Now the entry for the page P1 is available, that is frame 6. So now from the frame 6, the details of this page will be fetched out and it will be provided to the CPU. Okay. So this process, the process under which the pages are, if the pages are not available in the RAM, and if we are demanding that page, if any let me tell you one more time, if CPU is asking for the page, if CPU is demanding for the page which is not available in the RAM, and if we are fetching out that memory from the secondary storage to the RAM, then it is called as demand paging. Okay, this is called as demand paging. These concepts are very much important in Viva examinations also. ये questions पूछे ही जाते हैं, ठीक है? Page fault, demand paging, virtual memory. Fine. Is it clear? Simply दो तीन statements में I will repeat this entire process one more time. Virtual memory, which will give you the illusion that our entire process is present into the main memory, but actually it is not happening like that. Few pages of that processes are only present into the RAM, and user will feel like our entire process is running here in the RAM. Okay, so whenever we require, whatever the page we require at the current execution, then only that much pages, those pages only we are accessing into the RAM. Okay, and because of that, here the degree of multi-programming will be increased. Fine. So whenever CPU is asking, CPU is generating logical address. That means whenever CPU is asking for any particular page, that page details will be verified from the page table of that process. Okay. So page details will be verified from this page table. Verified matlab at which frame in the RAM that particular page is available. That will be identified. If that page is available in the RAM, then the details will be available here. Then that will be fetched out and then it will be given to the CPU. By any chance, whatever the CPU is asking for any page, if that information is not available in this particular page table, in that case, the page fault will occur. So once the page fault will occur, there will be a trap process. Okay, trap error handling का एक method होता है. Okay, so trap, once the trap will occur, the system will give the control to the operating system. Now operating system is going to search for that page into the secondary memory. Okay, from the secondary memory, that particular page will be fetched out at the empty frame. जहां भी जगह है वहां पे उसको fetch कर देगा. Okay, now in sometimes it may possible, it is not possible कि हर time यहाँ पे जगह कुछ ना कुछ available होगा. It may possible कि all the places are full, all the frames are full in the RAM. So in that case, we have to swap out some of the or any one of the page back to the secondary memory. Okay, तो इसमें से कौन सा page we are going to fetch out? This is called as swap out. Okay, this is also called as roll in, and this is called as roll out. So if the frame is not available to swap in this process, then we are going to swap out any one of the available page from the RAM to the secondary memory again. Okay, this is called as swap out. Now, depend upon what we are swapping out. ऐसे ही किसी को उठा के आप नहीं दे सकते उधर. Okay, there are some methods. This is called as page replacement. Okay, this is called as page replacement. What this page replacement do? The pages which are already available in the frame, we are swapping out those pages into the secondary memory. Now for that we have some algorithms. First in, first out, last recently used, frequently used. Different strategies है, different algorithms है, उस पे भी हम example next session में देखने वाले हैं. But by using the page replacement policies, we are going to swap out those pages into the secondary memory, and whatever we want, that page we are going to swap in into the main memory. Okay, after the main memory, after the page will be swapped in into the main memory, the details of that page, that is the frame number where it is kept, that will be updated into the page table. Okay, once it will be updated and no any process is executing in the CPU, then again this operating system is going to give the control to the user, and now in user mode, CPU will run this process again. Now that process can have the details of that required page, कि वो कहाँ पे है, किस frame में है, and then that will be fetched out. Simple है, and whether it is clear how the virtual memory will be managed? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we will stop here, and in next session, we will discuss about the page replacement policies. We have to solve some numericals. So after unit test, now we will continue the next one.